Hello everyone and welcome to this week's newsletter. St Joseph's is a Catholic school in the Edmund Rice tradition, and when we describe the college as a Catholic school, we don't mean it's a school for Catholics, but rather that it's a school with Catholic values for everyone, and that's a really important distinction. As members of this community, all of us are a very small part of the church. Some are enthusiastic, full-on members, and for some our interaction is only through our engagement with St Joseph's. But like people who belong to any organisation, members will have some things in common, but will also hold differing views and beliefs about a wide range of topics. People sometimes say that if you don't agree on every position held by the church on every topic, then you can't be a member. And nothing could be further from the truth. We know this because popes and bishops and theologians and members of the clergy and lay people have been disagreeing on aspects of church teaching for 2,000 years, and so it's okay for us to do so. A few years ago, I had the privilege of meeting Father Gustavo Gutierrez, a Peruvian priest, theologian and author, and I had the great joy of spending 2 weeks studying liberation theology with him. Gustavo died last week at the age of 96 after a most remarkable life. He developed liberation theology, which in essence challenges the church and all involved in it to provide a preferential option for the poor. Pope John Paul II and Pope Benedict, his successor, both disagreed with some aspects of Gutierrez's liberation theology because they were concerned that it looked too much like communism. Pope Francis, our current Pope, himself a South American, has been profoundly influenced by liberation theology and, unlike his two predecessors, agreed with much of Gutierrez's teaching. So this is just one example of leaders of the Church disagreeing respectfully. We also know that many church leaders hold differing opinions on contraception, same-sex marriage, clerical celibacy, and the ordination of women to the priesthood. So I think that gives us further evidence that it's okay for us to disagree with some aspects of church teaching, but at the same time makes us confident that we can do so and still be part of the church. Like any large organisation, of course, the church is slow to change and respond to changes in society. Over the last 3 years, there has been a worldwide synod whereby ordinary church members of both the Western and Eastern rites have been consulted and had their views considered. This synodal process was completed this week, with Pope Francis making some announcements about the future direction of the church. Recommended changes that he announced include the expansion of women's ministries and access to church leadership positions, overhauling the training of priests, greater lay involvement in selecting bishops, and the mandating of greater transparency and accountability throughout the church. The church is the largest organisation on the planet, which makes change slow and unwieldy, so immediate changes are unlikely. However, the final document from that synod notes that women having access to becoming deacons remains open. The document also explicitly states that the church does not exclude people because of their marital situation, identity, or sexuality. One would certainly have to think these are steps in the right direction. The last 2 weeks at school have been action-packed as we farewelled the class of 2024 at the valedictory dinner, welcomed parents of the 2025 Year 7 students for an information night, and invested our new student leaders, that is the elected student leaders of 2025. An impressive young group of young men. I look forward to working with Charlie, Kawi and Harris, along with the Touchstone prefects and house leaders, to continue to maintain and develop the culture of St Joseph's in 2025. Year 12 VCE exams commenced earlier this week, And I'd like to thank and acknowledge all of our VCE teachers for their commitment and availability in helping prepare students for the exams. We wish all students well as they complete these final pieces of assessment for their subjects. Progress on the new Arts and Technology precinct has been slow to this stage, with the builders having encountered some unexpected surprises in the ground. But the floor slab was poured last week, and we've had very visible progress this week with some wall slabs being stood up. While still slightly behind schedule, our builders are confident of making up this time, which should see us occupying the new building in Term 2 next year. I'm really proud today to announce the commencement of St Joseph's Adulta Emerging Athlete Program, which will commence from the beginning of 2025. This program is available to students who are currently performing at national or state level in their chosen sport, or who are currently involved in a recognised talent pathway. The Adulta Emerging Athlete Program is a really comprehensive approach to athlete development, including sports mentoring and personalised coaching, performance pathways support, holistic wellbeing support, and of course academic support. This is a really visionary program, the likes of which is not generally available in secondary schools, and I'm confident that it will assist our student athletes both now and into the future to unlock their full potential and realise their goals. Applications are open from November 1, that's tomorrow, to November 22, and an application form is available in the electronic copy of this newsletter. Also this week, we have welcomed staff from the Liverpool Football Club Australia to run some clinics here at St Joseph's. Earlier today, we had St Joseph's students and students from St Patrick's Ballarat taking part in a whole range of drills, skills and game simulation down on Carey Oval. This partnership with Liverpool is proving to be a great boon for St Joseph's, and I'm looking forward, as I hope you are, to how it develops into the future. God bless.